good.
I don't know why you're clapping.
First Sunday of this semester. But yeah. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Coffee Room podcast. Technically, we're not in the coffee room. We're not in a room right now. We're in the car, but then... Anyway, so this... once again, my name is Toby.
My name is CJ.
Yes. In this episode, we're going to be reviewing... a movie that I was so hyped about.
No, let me help you. I'm going to review the worst movie of this year so far.
To be honest, I don't think it's so far. I feel like there's nothing that is going to beat this.
No. You'll be surprised.
In terms of how bad...
The year just started. We still have about 8-9 months to go.
Yeah, well, unless DC releases another movie.
You'll be surprised.
But yes, so in this episode, we are going to be reviewing... Morbius,
the living vampire.
From the name, you would expect that it's going to be mad.
Even from the name, from the trailers we've seen,
yes.
It's Jared Leto. Jared Leto likes to do weird shit. So we're expecting that it's something that fits his little. I don't know what I'll call it this time. So it'll be like it will make sense. It's a match made in heaven. So this is going to make sense. So let's say to all Jared Leto's credit, it was supposed to. It had the potential to. But I don't know.
It looks like, from the trailers, you think it's going to be one of the best vampire movies after Underworld and rest. But...
Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Where do we even start from?
I have never slept off in a cinema to watch any major movie. And I was feeling sleepy. At some point, I was saying,
literally
I want to sleep.
telling him to open his eyes.
He was not telling me that don't open your eyes. We were almost done. I was like, bro, I want to sleep. Nah. So so again, this is just our thoughts. You know, we're not following a timeline or blah blah. This is just random thoughts of what we think about the movie. So yeah.
First, let's rate it from 1 to 10.
No, wait. Before we rate. Summary. Yeah, I always love to give summary.
So, give the summary.
Spoiler alert, if you've not seen the movie or if you've read the summary, it's fine. This is a summary. It's nothing major. So the movie is about a young chap that was sick, a young guy that was sick. Not a young guy that was sick. He has a man that has been sick from childhood. He has this blood disease where they have to filter, they have to pipe in new blood every period, every I think some hours or some days. So he could not walk well. He was always sick. He was not healthy. He was weak and all. So he was a genius. He was really smart. So he had to go look for a cure. And I was trying to look for a cure for this blood disease. So then the next idea was to find vampire bats because vampire bats find a way of synthesizing blood with inside their body.
Let me pause. Why I told him to pause is because all what he's saying from this part is basically what they didn't tell us. We came to the conclusion because
actually,
they didn't tell us.
So you just get the idea. So he got the vampire bat, took their DNA or their blood, then mixed it to human blood, formed a chimera blood, a stable one. They injected himself with it, and when he injected himself with it, he became a vampire, like the first living vampire. So the idea is that he's living in the sense where he didn't die to become a vampire. He was actually alive but became a vampire. Unlike most vampires that are dead to become vampire. So he became the first living vampire. This time he has to take blood every 6 hours.
Artificial blood
every 6 hours. So every 6 hours he takes blood, then he gets power back. After 6 hours, if he doesn't take any blood, he becomes weak again. You know, like this. You see Vampire Diaries where if you take animal blood, you're not as strong as the guy that take human blood. So something like that.
And even human blood lasted longer than
this synthetic blood. So there's this synthetic blood where he drinks because he doesn't want to hurt anybody.
Moral code,
yeah. So but that's not as strong as when you take the human blood. So the bad guy takes human blood, he doesn't care, and it was wild. But yeah, that's just a pretty good summary.
Let's not spoil the bad guy.
That's no spoilers here. We're trying to keep it as low spoilery as possible if there's anyone like that.
Yes, because if we spoil everything, there's
what's left?
Exactly. There's actually nothing to spoil.
There's nothing left. So
for other movies, we could actually give spoilers, and then there's still lots.
There's a lot. This one, we give spoilers, you watch the entire movie.
Technically, there's no spoilers. We already knew.
My first problem with the movie was poorly paced.
It
was poorly paced.
It was really bad.
Like, it was bad. You feel like, some scenes, there's supposed to be more to this scene, but first it was just cut off. Like a lot of chop out scenes.
It's as if they cut out different scenes, just combined
they just combined it. It felt so lazy. Yeah.
Yes,
Felt
because
like a lazy walk.
you would expect that they started when he was already old.
Yeah,
and
they
then
give it like
went-
the movie started with
yeah.
a feature
In.
flash forward of
Exactly.
when he was old and he found the vampires.
And then they went
after
about
that scene, they
25
went back
years.
25 years back. Immediately
Just
after
for
that
2
scene,
days.
2 days, they went back to the future. I'm like, bro.
For 2 days, and then they went back to
And there was nothing.
normal this thing.
Typically, when you do flashbacks, there's an indicator like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
This one, when they went back and they went forward, you could not
You
really
could
tell
not
what was
tell,
going on.
yes. I actually thought maybe it was another person they wanted to start talking about or
like,
something.
you couldn't tell what was
You
going on.
went,
Like,
you went 25 years back, and then when you wanted to come back to present this thing, no indication.
There's no indication.
Nothing.
You just went forward and you be like, okay, it was. So you have to now use your own intuitive to know that, okay, this is him. He has grown to become this, blah, blah, blah. Like,
technically, I think what they just showed in that past was just his friend.
Yeah, we just want us to know his friend. Yeah, that's all. That's all the indication of the past. Just so I will know his friend.
Because there was no build up. Like he was saying that he realized they could use bats. There was no. They didn't tell us how we came about.
It. We just first scene he found the bats.
He found them exactly.
Next scene, 25 years back, just show us his friend. Next 2 scenes, flash forward again.
They did not even tell us how we left that cave, sir, because technically the helicopter was already leaving. When he just started this thing.
Oh my goodness, Morbius why?
Yo, I can tell a better storyline that would not be confusing.
So I think the issue is not necessarily the storyline. I feel you see the same thing happened to Justice League when Joss Whedon came on it and chopped a lot of scenes out. So I feel like they had the full movie that actually made coherent sense. But Sony just felt like, let's go back and chop something. Because this movie was supposed to come out like 2 years ago. They kept delaying, they kept delaying, and the pandemic happened, was delayed again. If you visit Jared Leto at the premiere, it look way different from the movie because you know that this time has passed. But they felt like during that period, that long waiting, they felt looking at the movie. They kept looking at the movie. Let's take this out. Let's chop this. Some lines in the trailer were actually not even in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a scene in the trailer where Morbius walked past like a Spider-Man poster that felt like it was Peter Parker of the MCU. That was not in the movie.
Yeah.
It was a part where in the trailer where he was attacking a guy and said, I am Venom, or rather, we are Venom. And I said, oh, sorry, my name is Michael Morbius, I'm a doctor.
Oh, you didn't do
that part was chopped out.
They
just said, we are Venom,
out.
and they cut out the remaining part. I'm like, come on, Sonny.
It did not make sense. How would you say we are Venom, man?
And they just chopped it out and nothing. So you see that, you hear that we are Venom, then you hear the ending, and you be like, okay, something is missing. Like, it doesn't make correct sense.
And if you're even going to cut out different parts, let it not be obvious.
Like, it was so obvious that some things were missing. It was obvious that some things were missing.
And even the transition to the next scene, you would know that they cut off.
This was be more scenes, like something was missing. You remember, like they kept telling us rather than showing us some things.
Exactly.
So they'll chop out some scenes and they expect you to just use your intuition and merge it together. Like, okay, something happened there.
Like, it was bad because I anticipated this.
Yeah,
movie
because it had the potential. I could see it. The fight scenes were pretty good. There were bad fight scenes. There were some scenes that were over CGI'd, but they were pretty good. Like the train fight where they were fighting him and the bad guy, where they were fighting at the train station. I enjoyed that. It had potential.
Dark.
Like it was dark.
It was still dark. It's as if they.
So it had glimpse. You could see the glimpse of potential here and there.
Yeah, but no. They didn't do right with that movie. To be honest,
Sony could have just left this thing for the MCU. Send it back to them. Let them handle everything. Because them trying to be their own Spider-Verse with this Morbius, man. It's a bad entry.
It's bad. Then I think I know what you want to talk about. Post-credit scene.
Yes, I was about to go there. I was about to go to the post-credit scene.
So
as a typical Marvel style, we waited for the post-credit scene. And we saw the first one. So that's two. We saw the first one, we saw the second one. And we looked at each other and I'm like, why? That's the dumbest post-credit scene I've seen in any movie.
Like,
it didn't make sense. There was no continuity from what we know about Marvel.
Exactly. It doesn't. There was no point.
There's no point. The funny thing is that the post-credit scene has leaked on YouTube. The director actually posted it himself, so we can talk about it. It's not a spoiler because the director posted it day before yesterday. On Friday.
We can even spoil this one because it's a very useless.
It's a very dumb post-credit scene. So
it doesn't make
it. So the post-credit scene, please shoot.
So you know how Doctor Strange and the old spell that he was trying to cast, and they brought people.
Then they switch people. Villains were switching universes.
What was his name again? Vulture from the first Homecoming now. From Homecoming. So apparently he went to another universe.
He came to Morbius
universe, and that was the first post-credit scene. Them just realizing that he's a new person from this scene. The second post-credit scene, he had his full armor on, the whole Vulture this thing, and then he was talking to Morbius.
He met Morbius. I'm like, see, see if you don't know what we're talking about, let us help you. One, if you've seen No Way Home, you notice that when the villains came over to Spider-Man universe, when Doctor Strange cast the last spell, they all went back to their universe, their individual universe. Spider-Man went back. All
the
Dr.
villains,
Ock went back. All the villains went back. Even Venom, there was a point that Venom went back.
Exactly.
But now,
Venom
in this
back.
case, Vulture, Michael Keaton's Vulture stayed, which doesn't make sense. It ruins the plot of No Way Home, because basically when Doctor Strange cast the last spell, everybody went back.
Everybody went back.
But this one,
true.
Keaton's Vulture stage. I'm like,
why?
why?
If we even think maybe it's supernatural, this thing that something. Even supernatural ones went back.
Everybody went back. Supernatural ones went back. But
Everybody.
Michael Keaton Vulture stayed in this universe. That's one red flag. Second red flag, he got all his armor from Homecoming, which doesn't make sense.
From
you notice
another
from Homecoming,
universe.
it was because of the alien war that happened in Avengers 1 that he was able to get those armor. But in Morbius universe, Avengers 1 didn't happen. So where did he get the armor? Another stupid plot. I know that in Homecoming, he had a wife and a child. And you came to that universe to tell your wife and your children, and you're not even bothered about going back. It was more about, let's team up Morbius. I'm like, oh my God.
In Homecoming, he was so focused on his family and everything.
And
so
now with this one,
it's
just okay with teaming up with Morbius. I'm like,
and
Sony.
Then he's trying to do good.
Yeah,
it's
like,
good.
Sony.
How?
What Sony?
Person that was stealing and doing different things, now came to another universe.
Sony, this is not nice.
They shouldn't. If
Rotten Tomatoes is sitting on 60% of Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm not even surprised. Now, like I'll say it again, the movie you could see potential, like glimpse of potential.
Yes,
but together as a whole, as a complete movie, is just terrible. It was just everywhere. It was everywhere and nowhere.
You know, there was a guy at the cinema that said it was according to the comics.
I laughed at him.
But
like,
then in my
bro,
mind, I said, if the comics was
bro,
like
what
this,
are you saying?
Then the comics it don't make sense.
Like, what are you saying?
Because
I'm like, bro,
how?
Even his love interest, she was insignificant. Like they could take her out and it does not affect the movie.
They could put one random person.
And eventually she became, don't let me not spoil it. Watch it.
That's what they could have even used for the post-credit scene.
And something we actually noticed was that would be good. That was a good pretend scene.
I swear.
But that we noticed was it was the typical dumb vampire story. He becomes an hybrid vampire, but he needs to suck human blood to go full vampire. He now drinks human blood of his love interest. The same story they told in Dracula Untold. If you've seen Dracula Untold, the same story. If you've seen the first Dracula that he had to kill his love interest.
Almost all the
Dracula the same story. So they just went to that Dracula storyline. His love interest, he had to suck up. I'm like, bro, Sonny.
See, they didn't even tell us how he eventually controlled this thing, or how he got used to the power and everything. Because at first, it didn't have a memory of what happened.
Yeah.
So how come he could not use the power himself? He could not fight. They just
it was
went
scattered.
to
the movie was everywhere and nowhere.
Even the villain at the end, they didn't show us how he even got how he knew that was the serum.
Even the fact that the serum was going to cure somebody, or rather, it was so easy. Like it felt like a convenience plot that he just found the serum and serum could cure vampires. And him that didn't want to be a vampire all this while, he got the serum and he didn't take it himself. That's on that plot, because throughout the movie, it felt like this was a curse. This is bad. I can't be doing this. I can't be a vampire. I can't be drinking blood. I've killed people. Blah blah blah. And he now found the cure.
Exactly, and he didn't take it. He didn't kill him. Like, he made two self. So how come he didn't take?
I'm like, bro, why? Like it felt so. If the movies felt so out of place, but it felt everywhere.
They should just do a second one the way they did.
Second one,
not a second one. What I mean is they should scrap this one the way they did that Justice League now.
Like the director's cut.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a good point. I would like to see the full unedited movie.
Yes,
I like to see that, because I personally feel that this movie had very good potential, but it was just killed in the director's
How many hours was it?
It was approximately 2 hours. Yeah.
And they still
it was killed in director's room. I'd like to see a full director's cut. No chopping, no taking out.
Use another director like they did for the Snyder.
Sony, stop it. Just sell Spider-Man and his people back to Marvel.
They should not spoil Spider-Man.
I mean, they should sell Spider-Man.
I know, but
at this point, I'm afraid if they want to do a a Andrew Garfield Spider-Man 3.
Yo,
I'm scared now.
It's my,
Because they don't
because
Morbius, I'm scared.
there's a rumor
This is bad.
that
Because there's a rumor that they
going
might
to do
just
this
shoot that.
thing.
I'm like, please, just stop it here. Thank you. Sonny,
Oh, they should do.
please. Yeah.
Like, don't do it.
with this 3 point of
Don't
ours,
do it.
hope we're able to convince you or not to convince you that
To be
Morbius
honest,
is a terrible movie.
just wait for it to come out.
Just wait for it to come out online.
Yes,
It's not
that's
worth
it.
seeing in the cinema.
It's not, to be honest.
We
it's
saw it in
not.
cinema on Thursday, advanced screening,
Advanced
and we're here to tell you, please, it's not worth it.
Please don't do it.
Except you don't just go, I don't know,
Unless there's nothing else to watch.
go
and you
to
just want
Netflix and go and watch the new movie Bubble. That'll be way better.
Or go and watch Adam Project again.
Go watch that for Morbius, please. It
Morbius
deserves
is-
his Rotten Tomatoes rating. I give it that.
16%
It deserves that. Yeah.
No. So your own rating, how
2
would
over
you
10.
rate it?
So 15% is fine. 2 over 10. 2 over 10 to be honest.
What?
I'm sorry, but that's just how I have never had the problem of dozing off in the cinema, and I was like, oh my god.
Yo,
Had to
I feel...
Nah, 2 over 10. Okay, let
The
me be nice. 3 over 10. Yeah, 3 over 10.
CGI was nice. The fight scenes were actually... Well, some of it
Give it a
made
rating.
sense.
This one is story. Give it a rating.
2.5.
Same, 2.5, 3 over 10. Let's stop
to
here.
be honest, cause no, they could have done better. They could have done.
The movie had the potential to be good, but Sony, I don't know what happened in the director's room. I don't know what
Even they were the one that did Venom 2 now, yeah.
Yeah, Venom 2 was terrible.
Venom 2
Venom
was,
terrible.
yeah, it was.
So it's almost like Sony's not like this EU is one good, one bad, one miss, one chance.
No.
They can get it once,
One
and
good,
the next 5 bad. The next bad is terrible. But Sony, so I think Sony, they have gold in their hand. They don't need to find a way of actually refining it.
Yeah.
Like they just need to just clean up, get themselves together and refine the gold that they have.
Clean everything.
Because
They should start from
Morbius,
scratch.
great potential. Venom,
Yo.
great potential. And other Spider-Man villains like Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yeah, there's Spider-Man villain called Scorpion.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just imagine, that's even.
Wait, which?
Oh god.
And in any of the Spider-Man movies.
No, it's not.
Okay,
no,
yes.
it's just not in the comics.
And now
Sorry,
you didn't specify.
My bad.
Okay, you see, just get to attack me.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, so there are a lot of characters that they have in their universe that they could play with.
they could actually
but
use.
please, let's
No.
not do Venom 2 and Morbius again.
As in, that Venom 2 was...
No, Jesus
Like,
Christ.
see, I cannot even talk about that Venom 2.
We don't
because
talk about Venom 2.
I've not seen it a second time, and I'm not going
I saw
to
it just
see it
once, and I've not seen it again.
No,
It was
at
just
all.
completely disappointing. Like it was
To be
completely
honest,
disappointing.
I
I saw it
swear.
once, and now I'm Morbius too. I'm most likely not seeing Morbius again.
Morbius,
like, ever.
what do you want to say? Morbius
Like,
again? huh?
except they do director's cuts. But right now,
Maybe, or if they sometimes when they release the
they're
HD
blue
and
on
this
Blu-ray.
thing,
Yeah, they had
they
other
had,
scenes. Yeah, but except that. But right now, no.
nah.
So like I said, save your money. Go watch Adam's Project again or Bubble on Netflix and just wait for Morbius to come
I
out.
swear,
Come out on Blu-ray and
that's just the
HD and
best
download
thing.
and watch.
Download, if possible, just stream itself so that you'll not have it on your
Go have it on your
laptop or
stream and you're
space.
done. But yeah, anyways, that brings us to the end of this episode.
Yes. Once again.
Again, go join the conversation in the comments.
Yes.
Like, share,
share.
subscribe.
Do everything doable.
We just crossed 100.
Yes. Yeah.
We're getting to 1,000 next. So please
And 10,000.
do the needful.
Yes.
Share with your friends. Make us your movie channel on
Yes,
YouTube.
and other things
And
too.
other things.
Not just movies.
We'll try Nollywood movies. We promise to try it. There's a movie I'll be telling him to try. A Simple Life. It's in the cinema right now. I've seen it, but he has not seen it. I'm going to make him see it and we'll
I
review it.
don't know.
Because I actually enjoyed the movie for a non-Nollywood person like myself.
He doesn't like Eternal, so his taste is.
Whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. My name is CJ.
My name is Toby.
See you guys in the next one.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.